do you judge a woman if she sleeps with you on the first date?
I'm also the type that, I backed out from fucking a hooker.
If I am marrying you, like, we're in this shit forever. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going nowhere.
But I will say, one of the strippers gave me one of the best piece of advice that, like, it was heartbreaking. It was such a bittersweet moment.
I feel like these people, they're very, like, grounding. And they're like, okay, what is it that we can figure out right now? Right? Like, instead of me, like, worry about the past or the future, none of them exist. It happened or it will happen eventually. We have right now. So I like their mentality, and I really thought I could connect to California in a lot of ways. And I've been to San Diego once and to LA 3 times. And I would not live in LA, but like somewhere in between LA and San Diego.
It's funny that you say that. One of my exes was from Cali. I loved her. She's like some flower. I swear to God, yeah, just a star and stuff.
Oh, I love it.
And yeah, I mean, damn, it really is. California people are really special.
They are. I think so.
They really are. It's just like, I feel like I get that from, if I had to say, from my Costa Rican like roots. Is just like, you know, like just love and just like caring. It's just like, but New Yorkers care just in a different way. You know, it's just
more like strict way.
I would say in a roast
Direct.
your ass way.
Yeah, direct.
Just like, what the fuck you doing? Come on, get up. Like, what you I think that's what she liked about me. Yeah, like, because it was so funny. There was a situation we were trying to get to a spot in Brooklyn. And as we're going down, like, then I ordered an Uber ride just because it's starting to rain. And then, like, all of a sudden, like, this Uber rider driver just doesn't, like, I see him pass by, but he doesn't stop. So I'm on the phone with them and I'm just like, yo, boss, what's going on? Like, why'd you do it? Like, and she's like, yo, chill. Like, I was just like, no, like, what the fuck is up? Like, then he starts just like cursing me out and just saying, like the whole situation. Just pull up, bro. Just pull up. I'm right here. Like,
lack of patience.
Like,
my God.
Like I couldn't stand that shit. It's just like, it was funny. It was a funny situation because at the end of like, she was worried about but it was also just funny because she just saw that side of me and just like, nah, let's go. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just like you're wasting time.
I definitely think New Yorkers are very proactive where it's like, all right, if shit has to get done, shit gets done. Like generally speaking, obviously not everyone is the same, but I think we're very impatient with a lot of things. I remember going to like,
what are you doing over there, buddy? Sorry.
I still need a cord to make this computer thing work.
Okay.
The cord I picked out is getting all fuzzy.
Okay.
So I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you don't like fuzziness?
Sometimes fuzzy is
You
good.
guys might not like it.
Oh, yeah. I saw a girl with pubes and I was just like, the first time ever.
What?
I was just like.
Like that just came out of nowhere.
No, like the fuzziness. It just like,
Your
that's where it just goes. I was like, yo, I actually like a full bush. Like, I don't mind it. It's just like, I never thought about it. I was just like, because usually I'm just like, yeah, I like clean, but then I was like, nah. Like, if it's trimmed, it's cool. I like, let's play in the grass, you know?
Dirty mind. I can't.
Yeah.
I thought my mind is dirty, but yeah.
The only thing I can't stand is like armpit hair. Like I can't do it.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Definitely like a hippie kind of vibe.
Yeah, but like I'm like, you know, if you have some hairs, I get it. Like it's that, you know, like you're busy. I completely get it. But like I'm talking about like
shape that shit.
Like, yo, you got what I got. Like, no, like
weird.
Like,
and like I mean it smells when you have hair too. Like I feel like sweat gets trapped on like on the outside and then it just like adds scent to it. And I personally can't stand that either. It's different with guys.
Do you like musk then?
What's musk?
Musk is like the odor of a guy like pictures
like sorry, my Polish ass does not, you know, understand sometimes.
Yeah, like think of Post Malone. He smells musky, right?
Probably.
Yeah,
I've seen him live. He's sick, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I see what you mean. So like natural pheromones.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Like
Exactly what
not exactly like a pleasant smell. Oh, there's the sound. There you go.
Well, it's coming out the wrong thing, but yes.
Yeah. Could you pause that for a second?
2 seconds.
Thanks. So do you enjoy musk or do you not?
No, I mean it depends, right? Like if you are a smelly man, no. Like that just proves to me that your hygiene is off and I don't care. Like, just like you guys don't like, you know, poor females with poor hygiene. Same goes for us. We don't really like that.
That's fair. But like, that's wherein lies the difference. So just like, you know, like, oh, you're a little smelly, but I like your smell, like your scent.
Yeah. I know what you mean. So funny because
BO and musk are two different things.
You want to elaborate, Victor?
Well, one's sweat and one's pheromones.
Right. So I've always been told that I personally have like a unique pheromones to me.
Yeah.
Obviously I can smell it, but like everybody always like they ask me like, do you have perfume on? And like typically I do, but like sometimes I don't, and they're like, you smell so good. I'm like, really? And you know me, I use
because
all the natural.
Because you take care of yourself, though, too, on top of all of that.
I guess, but even my dad, when I was little, he always kept on telling me, like, you have a specific scent to you, like pheromone. And I'm like, oh, I wish I could freaking smell it, you know?
Okay.
So I know that everybody has their own, like, personal smell. Even when you do laundry, like, I remember... you know, the guy that I was talking to for a couple months, he came over. He wasn't from New York. He was from another state. And he was doing laundry. And like, you would think,
he's
shut up.
Laundry over here.
He's doing laundry and whatever.
Vic, if you knew the full story, but I'm going to keep it there.
I'm going to expose the story eventually on here.
Fair,
I don't care. Like, honestly.
Not yet, though. Not yet. Part three.
Okay. Yeah, it's too spicy for you guys. But he was doing a freaking laundry and, you know, same detergent. I use the same detergent. And then he would still freaking smell like it. The laundry would still smell like him. So I don't know what it is. But it's awesome. I think like your natural scent is beautiful. It makes you. So I'm all about it. But don't fucking smell like shit, please.
Oh yeah. You know what was one of my favorite moments, and it was very touching overall. It was me and my mom went up to the attic to move some boxes and stuff like that, and she found an old box filled with my grandfather's shirts.
Clothes, yeah,
exactly. And I just remember her like grabbing the shirts and just smelling them. Aww. And like her just tearing up.
Yeah.
It was
that's so sad and beautiful at the same time.
Yeah, you know, like when you miss somebody that much and you know you love somebody, like, and it's nice. But I think smell is definitely one of the, again, just mute your computer. This guy. But just I think smell is one of the most powerful things that especially
brings out memories.
Yes. Like
I agree with you.
It's
music, smell, and then sometimes just like whatever you see, it gives you like the
nostalgia.
Yeah, nostalgia and like, oh, I have a déjà vu. How do you say it?
Déjà vu.
I've
never heard I've never heard anybody say déjà vu.
It's like, where did we find this chick from?
I would be definitely throwing a can or a beer at somebody's head. Déjà vu. Oh, that's it. There's war to be fought for these. Where
I come up with the most random shit sometimes, I swear.
I enjoy it though. I definitely enjoy it.
Oh my gosh. All right, what we got?
Well, let's go through one of the questions here that we've put ourselves through. Vic.
Do you have a specific intro you're trying
to No. I'm just going to cut in. Whatever. like I think the story is...
Should we say like, welcome back or something?
I mean, it's too late for that. So
okay.
I'm not gonna cut that. Right, I'm just play the intro and then just gonna go right in. Yeah, you know.
What kind of intro do we have? Do we have an intro?
Yeah, it's just gonna be the logo and then just crossfade in, just like that's it.
Do we
simple.
Put like a music to it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm keeping it so basic. I'm just like, you came here for the story. Yeah. Me, Paulina, Victor. What more do you need? John Cena. Yo, if I could get John Cena in here one time.
Imagine.
How great is that man?
He's great. We're going to do that. Were you
just drooling there with your eyes?
Maybe. Not going to admit that. But
that's a married man.
Whatever.
Oh, it doesn't stop Paulina.
No, I'm not like that.
Homewrecked over here.
No.
Shit.
That's bad karma.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I don't think I've wrecked homes, but I've definitely messed with married women. Like,
right. Well, so it's partially home wrecking too. I mean, so okay, good topic to talk about because so I've got my home wrecked twice. Yeah. 2 different relationships, and I've hated these chicks. Like, I've hated them. I'm like, because I'm such a girl's girl. And I don't agree with that. Like, if you know someone is taken, just get out. Like, get out of the way. Like, no matter what that man, in my case, obviously, no matter what my man is telling you, if he's leaving me or he's not leaving me, like, what are you doing? Like, this is a bad karma. I believe in karma because I've seen what karma has done to people that have hurt me, specifically. So I just don't understand why, people... Yeah, my Polish claws come out when that shit happens. So
really?
No one wants to see that.
Have you ever fought some girl?
Yeah, in high school.
Oh,
no one's. Yeah, but like.
Yeah, let's see.
I fight with words.
Now,
I fight with words. I literally.
Okay.
I will shut your shit down with just me speaking.
Yeah.
I just have great arguments for people that like, and then they don't know what to say. It's one of those things. So, I don't know, maybe because I just talk a lot. I've learned to fucking have like those strong comebacks at people that make also sense and make them think, so they no longer want to fight me in a way. But if it comes to home wrecking, I never understood it, and I've always blamed that girl for that. But then recently I started analyzing it, and because like I'm on this journey to like dive deeper into my soul and kind of rediscover myself and find my purpose again, and I realized that it's really not the girl, it's the person that you're with. That's the person who decides to home wreck his own relationship or her own relationship, and they should be the ones that respect you enough not to go that route, and clearly that means that there's no communication, or that there has been a communication but nothing has been resolved. And at this point, there's 2 people holding on to each other for what? Like, when you wanted to go and cheat, at this point, like, your relationship is over. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know if you've tried to communicate. Let's say you have, but the other party is not on the same page. What are you guys doing together? I don't know about you, but time is money for me, and time is super valuable. And I was in a relationship with someone who wouldn't let me go because I'm a catch, because I'm a trophy. But, like, you can't... Trophy. What did I say?
Trophy. What did she say? She said trophy. Yeah, okay. Well, she is a trophy and a trophy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My Polish ass over here.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Correct me. I appreciate that.
No. You were in the moment.
I was in the moment. Heated moment.
That's when the accents come out.
Wait until I'm angry.
Yeah.
That's when the accents come out.
Yeah, wait until I'm angry. And when I'm like, oh my God, then it's like half Polish, half English. But
I guess that's part of the reason why we need headphones here, Victor. In between that. But anyways, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, so I just realized recently that, it's that person. And I was in a relationship where, someone knew that I was, I don't want to say out of their league, because I don't believe in that really. Like,
really? I do. I mean,
what, look-wise? Okay, I don't look at the looks, though.
I do. If I see some fuggos, get out of here.
Yeah,
it's not even a matter of just, like, she's fat or that, but, like, if she ugly, I'm not gonna, like, you a friend, homie. You'd be like, let's go. Just like, so yeah. I mean, come on.
Obviously, looks have a lot to do, especially nowadays. But,
Thy name is Paulina now.
With the fat.
Oh!
Hey.
You heard it first.
Thanks, Mom. Love you.
Vic, you heard this? Okay. That's a married man over there. Don't.
Shit. Sorry, Vic.
Yeah, I know. He's tempted by the peaches.
Listen, we all have eyes. Nothing wrong with that. As long as you don't take action.
But no, I've done the eye thing sometimes. I've been like, that was a little bit too much, I'll be honest. But that was juicy. Like,
that was juicy peach for sure.
That turn back, like,
it's so funny. I see that shit all the time, and it actually makes me laugh so hard.
Really?
Yeah,
You've seen dudes just like hit back?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they're like, look at you. And I'm like, wow, do you want to just like come to my, like at my face? Jesus, whoa.
Come at my face. Yeah. Come at my face.
Anyway. Jesus Christ, Paulina. God be with me today. But
that's definitely a reel right there. I'm just like, come at her face.
Shit, don't mess my makeup up, please. Don't mess it up.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
But yeah, so I do believe that once you are ready to cheat, like, just let go. Like, just let go, because you're going to damage that person, especially someone like me. I'm a big fighter. Like, if I love you, and I will be your ride or die, and I will fight for you, and... I'm not saying I forgive every single mistake, but if it's a one-time thing, I am willing to see past this if you are willing to put in hard work to redeem yourself in a way and rebuild the trust. But if it's again and again, that's not a mistake. That's a choice. So there's no forgiving anymore. And if you're holding on to me like that, you're just selfish. You're a narcissist. And it happened to me. And I think that's like the most damaging thing to do. To hold on to someone and not let go of them. And that's what I mean. Like, when you know, not necessarily someone's out of your league, but when you know already that you've tried, let's say you've tried everything and the relationship is still not going the way you want it to go, like, you need to sit down and be honest with each other. Like, hey, where are we going? Like, this, we've been arguing for the past year. We haven't had sex in so long. Like, which is huge. Like, being intimate obviously is a huge part of the relationship. What?
He's right.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Victor's reaction to this. It was just like, this man's just like, I'm watching TV right now. I'm just like, sorry, continue. Yeah.
Nothing. It's just, I think at some point you have to just be honest and have enough respect for the other person to not waste their time anymore. Because I'm sorry, but you fucking know if you are still in love with someone. And if you are not going to go and cheat. And if you're not, you're going to go and cheat. And then what? Like, hope she's not going to find out or he's not going to find out. I'm a fucking detective. I will find out everything. I just choose not to sometimes because it does
You're a shitty detective then.
No, I can find out a lot of things, but
sure
it's just like.
But like, then you're just like, I'm choosing not to. Just
well, so think about it this way. Like, if I don't have a choice right now and I have to stay in a relationship.
Yeah.
Me finding out more is just going to hurt me more at the moment. And, I already know I have to leave, right? Like, so me finding out more is just going to put me down even more. And it's going to break me down. And it's going to take me so much longer to build myself up again after I leave the relationship. So I chose not to want to know more. When you're ready to leave, you know enough. And then typically after leaving, someone else, like, a million people all of a sudden come to you like, oh, he's done this and that and this and that. I'm like, I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear it. Like, I know he wasn't faithful. I know, he was selfish and narcissistic. Narcissistic? Is that the word?
Yeah.
Look at me go. Yeah.
Landed. 10 right there.
10 out of 10.
There you go.
But what do you think? Like, what do you think about just like holding on to a relationship? Because this was the feedback I received. Like, hey, I didn't want to hurt you more by letting you go. And I'm like, no. You got this wrong. Like, that's the most fucking selfish thing you could have done, and you did it. You held on to me knowing you can't give me what I'm looking for, knowing I deserve more, so just curious on like a male perspective.
A male perspective on this one. I mean, I'm not even sure. I don't think I've ever been put in that kind of predicament, fortunately enough. Because it was just, whenever it came down to that, I did do messy breakups where it's just like, we ended it where it was just like, I started the breakup and I was like, I kind of want to go back. And then like they eventually broke up. Yeah, they eventually broke up with me. But that's at the same time just like where I feel I'm just like I've never done. I feel like the breakup itself from me, like
on your own. Okay.
Yeah, I mean like I've done it, but it's just like I've gone back from
from the decision.
Yeah. But eventually we ended it, and it's just like a mutual kind of way of just like trying to respect each other's. But I've never been cheated on.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, I guess that's yeah.
That's great.
It's just that I know of. Like one relationship, I felt like it did happen. It was super toxic. It was just like she thought I was cheating on her, and I was like, I've never cheated on anybody. I had opportunities to, but
they question you when they do something shady, though.
Yeah, I mean, like it was at the end of it, so I definitely felt that. But luckily I chose to just always be faithful. You know,
good.
like, so I was just like, you know what, I that same thing that you said is just like, I never want to hurt somebody because of that. Like, you know, like if I want to make that decision, I need to end it before all that. Like I need to have that respect for that person enough, you know? But then again, I'm also the type that, like, I backed out from him fucking a hooker, like, which I felt weird at the time, you know, just for doing that. I was in Costa Rica, and then like I was in Jaco, which is in Costa Rica, like you're allowed to be a hooker, but or prostitute, I should say, whatever term you prefer, sex worker, more positive, yeah. But like no pimps allowed. So, but no pimps. Okay, sure, whatever. But
it's so funny.
Yeah, I know. It's always so weird when those moments come up. But I was at a club, and then I didn't realize because I was so young. But like then all these girls are prostitutes, and then like, you know, eventually I figured it out very easily. Like my buddy was like, yeah, like, and then
I've heard they're wild there.
Yeah, I mean, like, they're just like, yo, I'm trying to get money right now. So, you know, one talked me up because they're like strippers, and it's like, you know, let me talk to you for a little bit. Let me waste some time at least and see if you're good or anything like that. And I decided to go with her, took a taxi back to the hotel that she would just do her business, you know, transactional shit. But
so weird.
Yeah, but at the time, I couldn't go through with it because it felt, the real feeling of it was because I didn't feel anything. Like, it just felt like
there's no connection.
Yeah, it just literally, like, the game was sucked out of this. It was like no fun. It was just like, I'm just here to, like,
just the business.
Yeah, I was just
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, so I just backed out from it, and she was very sweet though. She was just like, don't worry about it. Like, I paid for the cab, but like, you know, she was like, do you want some money for your time? I know, like, I took you away from, you know, the
from
club.
Your business, potential business. Yeah.
Still got respect those sex workers, fellas. So, like,
oh my gosh.
So yeah, but at the end of it, I just ended up just like, okay, let me just dip, and went back to my hotel and just slept. And so I think that's where I realized I was just like, there's something more, like, when it comes to like a relationship with that too. And it's just like, you know, like, that connection is so much.
So much, yeah. See, like, I kind of like, because of my experiences with men, which haven't been great. I mean, they have been great experiences, but like, relationship wise, I just feel like guys, you know, have a better, how do I say it? Like, they can easier detach their emotions from sex. Not saying that, you know, it's their best sex ever, right? But like, they actually can have sex without putting so much emotion in it. And like, I know girls are wild nowadays, and they kind of started to learn to do the same. But for me, someone who comes from culture, someone who comes from, you know, values and morals and all that stuff, like, for me, always, it's been about connection. Like, you don't give your body to somebody, the random person. I don't know if I talked about it with you before, but energy exchange when you have sex is huge. And women typically are the ones that absorb energy, and then men are the ones that give out energy. So
yeah, they do.
Yeah, a lot of fucking energy. Shit.
3 pumps, baby. Do you need more? Like, what? Those are great pumps. Like,
oh my God, it's so funny. Listen, I give you guys a lot of props for just
holding out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I swear. It's like, it's so easy being a girl, just like, okay.
Yeah.
Just like, but like, just like a dude just like has to be in that focus zone. It's just like, okay, don't come. It's just like,
I would never judge. I know that there's.
Oh, you would.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No, because it's a compliment to me. Like, if you don't last, that means that I'm doing something right. Like, we can go again and again and again. Like, I definitely want to be pleased.
But what happens if the dude is just like
done
and just falls asleep?
Oh no, then you're cut. You're done. You're done for.
That first bit right there. All right, hold
like,
on.
What? I need to be taking. I don't know. Like, know yourself, know your body as a man. Like, if you can't last, you better take care of me first. You know what I mean? And then you can go to bed. That's fine. But like, if I'm not satisfied, then I'm not letting you go to bed. So you're gonna figure it out.
Oh, mommy.
Yeah. Or I'm gonna have to bring my rose, and then he's gonna be jealous because my rose.
Oh, really? I love when women just play in front of me. I'm just like, I crave that.
Yeah, I mean, and it helps sometimes in situations. Is some people love to have drunk sex. Like I personally have a hard time, doing anything when I'm drunk. So so the roast will help sometimes. When things happen.
Like somebody told me, like ice. Just used to throw some ice in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Just.
I've played with ice before.
It's always a good time.
Listen, the experiments are always great, but speaking of just like guys and emotional detachment, I feel like you guys have a easier time doing that than women because we are more emotional. Like men are emotional too. You guys obviously hide the emotions better. But from me, like I've never been into like a one night stand. I think I felt disgusting. Yeah, I might have had like 4 one night stands in my life, and I'm 29 years old. And I hated myself every single time afterwards. I was like, what the hell are you doing? Like your body is so much more valuable than just giving some random dude that you're not even going to see. Like, okay, just because he has a nice smile, like what the hell, Paulina? I mean, granted, I was younger, and I've gotten that out of my system, and I'm smart enough to, reflect on things like that and
Paulina,
experience.
You're ruining it for the rest of us right now. Giving this knowledge. No, then we got to cut this. No, but
I mean, I'm sure people can relate. There's a lot of girls that, I talk to women every day. I have a big community of like other women, and we empower each other, and we talk about stuff like that. And I have not heard any like positive feedbacks from females that just go and have sex and don't put emotion in it. At some point, you're gonna have emotion with that person. You're gonna be connected with that person because it's your body, it's sensation. Like sex is huge. Energy is huge during sex, and I think like I could never like go and just get like a men. I don't even know if they have men hookers, do they?
They do.
Oh
they
shit!
do.
I'm like old school.
They're called gigolos. Yeah.
That is hilarious. I remember going to Magic Mike's show in Las Vegas, and like all these girls were like, "Oh my god!" and I'm like laughing my ass off the whole time because I'm thinking it's so gay. I'm sorry. I just think
really,
like all these men, like no men dance like that. I'm sorry, no real men will go and like dance like Magic Mike. Half of them are gay, and I love gay guys. But
you could get canceled by male strippers everywhere. Just like this girl, we ain't gay over here.
No, listen, I'm saying like most of them. I mean, from what I've seen on like being there at the show, like the show was amazing, the performance was amazing. But like,
were there a lot of gay guys with you?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. And on stage, like I could tell, like you can sometimes sense it, especially someone who was partially gay at some point.
Your gaydar is on point.
Yeah.
Partially gay.
And I love gay people, don't get me wrong. Like I'm not sitting here and saying anything bad about the gay people, but I'm saying like, I don't know, like a man dancing like that, to me, it's funny. Like I would rather go to a female strip club than to a male strip club. I don't know. It's just
Have you been to female strip clubs?
Oh yeah, plenty of times. I smacked some ass multiple times.
I swear, women have the best time at strip clubs.
I love strip clubs.
Because strip clubs, like all the strip club girls will straight go to you right away. It's just like, oh yeah, hell yeah, let me go dance on this girl just because it's fun. And it's just like, and most of them are lesbian. Like, but I will say, one of the strippers gave me one of the best piece of advice that like it was heartbreaking. It was such a bittersweet moment. I was just like
from a stripper.
Yeah, just like it. Like I love being in that mud, just like the dirt of it all. Yeah. But yeah, I was at the strip club and it was either Halloween or around Christmas. Funny enough, and then like I didn't have any money. I was just in there just for my buddies that want to throw some. So they were thrown down, and then like this one stripper came to me just like. Like she, can I sit down? I was like I didn't want to ruin, like, you're working. Like, so I'm just going to let you know I'm broke as fuck right now. But
not your guy.
I'm just letting you know right now.
Yeah.
And then she ended up, no, we can just sit and chat. I was like, cool. All right, sure.
What did she say?
So she just talked to me about her life and everything, experiences, and just was the sweetest kind of person. Obviously, they can act that way, the strippers, but I then I told her, I was like, oh man, I could fall in love with you, kind of thing like that.
Yeah.
And then she just told me like, you don't want to fall in love with someone like me. And that's why I was like, oh,
that's
you just made me
sweet.
love her. Yeah, just like they're people too.
Yeah,
like,
they are. Yeah. I don't hate on the hustle.
Well,
like
not
shit.
at all.
Whatever you got to do. There's so many strippers that have gone to medical school because they didn't have support from their parents or any other support. So
single moms are up there.
Yeah, invest in properties. Like I know a few strippers like that. So I don't hate on the grind. And if you're beautiful, like go ahead and do whatever you got to do. You know what I mean? Like I would never be like that. I'm a girl's girl. That's why I don't ever. You know, I want to listen to your story before I start judging. I think that's like, I mean. You shouldn't judge, period. But I'm saying, like, open up your story and then explain to me why, you know, you're doing what you're doing. Not that you have to, but, you know, when we're talking, like, I would want to hear why did she make that decision? Because I think it's super interesting. And you never know what people have been dealing with. So you don't want to be rude. You know? That's so sad.
Yeah. But, you know, I love a strip club, just like the vibe there. I really do. The colors there. Like I was telling Victor, because I don't think he's ever been to a strip. You've never been to a strip club, right? Oh, no, shut up. His wife. His wife. I was just like, she's going to see this. She's coming out. What strip club?
I don't think I have. I mean, I've gone to a ton of parties because of my work.
Right.
So I've even done sound for a male strip show once.
Oh, wow.
At 89 North in Patchogue.
Oh my God, I love it.
It's hysterical. And
it's funny, right?
It's hysterical.
It's so funny.
It's like, what is this real life right now?
Yeah. And then these girls are like...
Oh, the girls are wilder than the guys.
Yeah. And I'm like wild. Sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, this is so funny. Like, I'm just laughing my ass off.
I want to treat this man down like with my money.
Oh my gosh.
It's good. But it's I like strip club vibes. And I was telling Victor, it's like, if you ever watched like something like John Wick and stuff like that, like.
That's the vibe.
Yeah, it's the colorization.
But those are like prestigious strip clubs.
Elegance.
Yeah.
You know, it's next level. But you would never know that if you've never been in that atmosphere. Right. You know, and that's why I just feel like, you know, I would like to go to Africa and see like, you know, even like the scoundrel places that are just like, yo, it's dangerous here. It's like, you know, there are actually like war tours that you can do. Like, like they'll take you to like a war and like try to bring you through the safest parts of the war.
That's so scary.
Yeah, so you just see people killing themselves, like each other. It's just like, it's an
wants that shit?
Yeah, no, I mean, like
that is some like whole different level.
I mean, like there's also like, you know, war documentary like that people have to go and like I'm gonna photograph like each side. So obviously like there's legalities on it, and then there's people that are just like, oh, I just want to see motherfuckers kill each other. It's just like,
my God.
Yeah, of course, like all different kinds of people, but like
it's crazy.
It's I think it's important to go see like
different things like that.
The dirt that is the world, you know, and it's just like, you know, like I've been to poverty-stricken like slums pretty much just to see kids and stuff like that. Some of them are
it's
happy.
Very humbling.
Yeah, and that's, you know, not to be in my privilege or some shit like that, but like if you're not grateful for what you got, I mean like you should be. Like so
in Poland we have speaking of war, we have Auschwitz, like the camp. And I remember like part of history when you're a kid is to go there and visit. And they you have like a special tour guide who brings you like underneath the ground and shows you like certain things. And I just remember seeing like baby's hair, baby's shoes, like small kids just left. I can't even speak on it because it's so bad. But it was one of the most like humbling experience, even as I think I was 11 or 12 maybe,
of course.
And just like brings you down to earth. You're like, oh my God, I'm so blessed with what I have right now, you know?
Absolutely.
So I agree with you. Everybody should be exposed to some form of a dramatic or traumatizing experiences like that to bring them down to earth, because we're freaking lucky to even be here, you know, to wake up. And it really comes down to smallest things to be grateful for, especially when things are not going your way. You know how your brain is like programmed to find problems everywhere. I feel like that's obviously natural, and we all deal with this. And especially when things are not going your way, all you see in the world and around you is negativity. So I've learned to just like sit down and be like, okay, Paulina, nothing's going your way. Let's just try to think about things that are going your way. And it's so hard. And sometimes you sit there and like, what the hell am I grateful for today? Bitch, you woke up. Like, what? And I like yell at myself. I'm like, it really comes down to the basics. I feel like all of us chase so many things, and it's good, you know, but sometimes you need to just like calm down, slow down. Be grateful for what you have already, for who you have in your life. Like, for instance, for me, you know, I'm from Poland, and my entire family's in Poland. Sometimes I sit there and I'm like, especially when I was sick last week, I was like, oh my God, like, where's my mom? Like, I just want my mom, you know? And I was emotional. I started crying. But then, like, that was so ungrateful because I have an amazing roommate, Mason, who was taking care of me. You know, like, and I have a best friend who called me every single day and offered to drive me to the hospital if things get worse. And she's pregnant. And I was like, bitch, you're not going to the hospital. I'm protecting that baby for, you know, forever. I'm going to be an auntie soon. I'm so excited. But, you know, I was sitting here complaining that I don't have a family here supporting me. Some people don't even have alive parents, you know, and I do have support. It's not the support I sometimes want, but it really comes down to just being grateful for who you have already. Jesus, that just got deep.
Yeah, it did.
We just went from
it's good.
Fucking crazy stuff to
well,
to
that's
stuff
what I want this podcast. You know, we go through the roller coaster
waves.
Yeah. But this is a great transition that you just brought up because you know what? Our sponsor. No,
we do need a sponsor.
Yeah, we do. But aside of that, though, like about being broke, though, because I know we want to discuss a little bit about when you've been at your worst, like there's you got no sense in you, right? Like so. What has been one of the worst times when you've been broke, but you made it through? It made you a better person, I'm sure. You know.
I think it was the time when I actually was recently cheated on in my first serious relationship in America with a woman. And she just decided to kind of like pack her shit and go. And I was left behind with living on my own, paying all the, you know, rent by myself. No, mommy wasn't there to help me. Utilities on my own. Then at the moment, I was still on student visa, so I couldn't legally work. So I was kind of like depending on her financially until I was going to get my green card and, you know, be able to permanency card for those who don't know, and be able to legally finally live and work in America. So my hands were tight. And I couldn't really do anything. And the only income I had was from Beach Bar down the road on Friday nights. You know, I was a Jello shop girl. That was obviously cash business. And that was the only night I was working. So I remember not only I was dealing with the heartbreak, but also just like super broke. Like I did not have money to pay for rent next month, and I was just like ready to pack my shit and like, go home. Like I was like, who's gonna help me? Like,
so what stopped you? Like made that like gotta
get it together. Yeah. So I was like, okay, you came to America to prove yourself that you can do this on your own. Like that has been always a challenge. I've always had emotional support from my parents, but I, you know, and that was very hard for me in America. Like I was looking for that emotional support, and I used to just kind of like depend on my partner emotionally, and it could be a lot for some people. So I remember just sitting down and like, okay, if you pack your stuff and you go back to Poland, that's in my head, that was a failure. Like I failed. And it's not necessarily the truth because I was so hard on myself and on my dreams. And I sat down, I was like, what kind of solution can we come up with here? And, you know, it was, okay, like your green card is in mail. You technically can apply for work permit. So let's get on this. Let's call the lawyer. Let's get on this so you can start getting money going. And I picked up another shift bartending. So that kind of helped me a lot. I just like, you know, I was very dependent on her, you know, financially, emotionally, all of that. And so when she left, it's almost like I was like, what the hell am I doing with myself? Like, I can't survive on Long Island by myself. I had such limited beliefs and such a low self-esteem. She also added to it, like, because of cheating. Like, she kind of, like, my self-esteem dropped heavily.
Did she cheat on you with men or women?
Women. She's always been...
Did it matter to you? Just to ask?
Well, she's always been gay. She's always, like, ever since she was little. So I think she might have had one experience with one man.
Do you think... But I'm just asking not to sidetrack, but I'm just wondering more so like if like you had a partner and they cheated on you and like it was.
Well, it would be with woman if she cheated on.
Well, I'm just saying though, like if they were bi or whatever.
Okay. Or what would hurt me more?
Yeah, like if you had a guy and then like you know he cheated on you with another dude. Would that hurt you more than a girl?
I think it would be if that person's bi, it would be equal. But if like obviously and she Jesus, I mentioned her name. Anyway, my ex that we're talking about, she always been gay, and you know, if she went to cheat on with a guy, I would laugh probably. It wouldn't bother me at all because like
so it wouldn't matter.
No, it wouldn't.
But I'm saying it wouldn't matter in the sense of like,
right.
Yeah, like that.
Like
what are you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah. Like if you cheat with a woman, that's like a big deal. Yeah. It's funny because my friends were like, "Oh, who did she cheat on you with?" And another girl, and I'm like, "Yeah, well, that doesn't matter." I'm like, think about what you're saying. Like she's always been gay, so obviously that's who she's gonna go for. If she cheated with a guy, I would be like, I hope he didn't like break your shit down there. You know what I mean? Because you haven't had that in so long. Like, you know, it's
she
like,
could have just been like, I pegged him the entire night. Yeah.
What you get? Yeah. I'm dead. Yeah. But yeah, that was the time when I was like the most scared and broke and ready to just give up. Because I stopped believing in that American dream that I put in my head years ago. And it became like an American nightmare. And then I slowly started taking small steps in action because at the end of the day, I'm a fighter. And even though my self-esteem was very low, I still believed that I can get past it. And I did, you know. Then my online beauty opportunity came around out of nowhere, and I started, you know, building an income online where like I didn't even have to go to work to start making money. So that's when things started being serious. Yeah, that's when shit's changed, and like the networking that came with the business and the community that came with the business and traveling and all that stuff. I've started just meeting great people with growth mindset, and they've put me in contact with proper people, and then, you know, now we're here. So I'm glad I never gave up because I think I would regret if I was home by like now. If I moved back home 7 years ago when that happened, I probably would have regret the decision. So I'm glad that I stuck to my gut and I stuck to my.
So are we.
Yeah,
we're very proud of you,
thanks.
Right, Victor?
I'm here. I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, goddamn right. Let's go. Yeah. All right.
So I think that was the low for me. And then ever since that moment, I've learned not to put not to be dependable on anyone. It's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time because I almost feel like I'm too independent, and it kind of pushes away sometimes people, like guys, because they're like, oh, what can I offer her? Like she has it all figured out, you know? So, but I know that there is a man out there that will want to build together, you know, and will let me be that, you know, in my masculine energy outside of home. And because I do run a business and I do have a team, and I am someone who like not dictates, because I'm not a boss to anyone. I'm a leader, so I help people find their dreams, and I help them find the pathway to reach the dreams. But, you know, I am in my masculine energy if it comes to the things I am an expert in. So I want someone who is going to be okay with me to be that masculine here and there. But like when I come home, I want to be a princess.
Well, you know what I think you need?
Feminine energy, please.
Yeah, I think you need 2 men to do that job. So
that might be a solution, honestly.
It could be like the, you know, reverse Mormon kind of shit. She's like, I got all my men working right now. Just like, got a little farm over there, you know?
Yeah, so, who said there has to be like 1 man and 2 women relationships? Let's make 1 woman, 2 men relationship.
Yeah,
goddamn.
Come on, it's 2024, baby.
Modern kind of relationship. I love this idea.
Yeah, imagine that thought. I'm waiting for that day. Just like, I think, because I've seen some dudes pull off like, yeah, I got these 2 girls married, and like, you know, it's just like, I was like, nope, I couldn't do it. But
I can't share my meat. My meat only. My meat only. I can't do it. I'm too old school for that. Like, I can't. No. Yeah. I've been asked if I would be okay.
Eiffel Towered?
What?
Eiffel Towered?
Yeah, pretty much. I've been asked, I can't with you.
Really? I feel like you would, but I'm curious now. It's just like, yeah, that's a yes. That's a yes. Okay, that's fair.
I've been asked to be in a relationship with like people that are already in a relationship with, and I'm like, what? No. Like, how is that gonna work? Like, one girl is gonna get jealous over the other girl, and it's just like never. It never is a good idea. I feel like I don't think we're there yet as society. I don't know.
That's fair.
I'm sure it works for some people now, but I don't know. I believe in this like Romeo and Juliet kind of shit. So yeah, I do believe that there are people meant for each other. I don't believe maybe that everything is forever. I don't think that's a thing. I think every person that enters your life has like a certain time frame that they're there for, and there is a reason why they're there for it. They're either your lesson or or they're there to be there for the longest time, right? But nothing lasts forever. I've learned that. And I'm okay with that.
You hear that, Vic?
What?
Your marriage's got time now.
Oh my God. Listen,
as long as you work on it.
Motherfucker.
As long as you're active on it.
No, never. As long as, you're right, Victor. Like, as long as both parties work on this mutually and you guys grow you grow on your own and you grow as a couple, then it all will work out. But not enough people want to do that anymore. And it's pretty sad.
I'm sure you'll find some.
Oh, no, I'm not worried. I'm not like pressed. I'm living my best life right now. So, but speaking of just like experiences and relationships, I think everyone comes in for a reason. And sometimes you are the blessing that they've been begging for, or like praying for.
Tell them.
Yeah, I do.
I am a blessing. You're welcome.
I'm that bitch.
Yeah, there you go. I'm that bitch. like,
no, I would never. But
oh, you should.
No,
yeah.
I'm too humble for that. I know what to bring to the table.
It's crazy. Like, some people are that humble. I do believe that. Yeah. And then some people are like Muhammad Ali. It's like, I'm the greatest. Yeah.
I just don't think I have to say it out loud. I think people know. So
oh shit,
they do. I mean, I know what I bring to the table, and I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Like, when I come in to the room,
I shouldn't have to tell you that. Like, you know it already. Like, what the fuck is my opinion matter at this point? It's just like,
I'm dead. No, I don't know.
What's 2 cents to Paulina?
Shut up, please. No, but I just know I brighten every room. I know that. Every time I walk in, my intentions are pure. I just want to genuinely meet people, connect with people. Good energy, no hate, no judgment. Yeah. But I do match energy though. So if someone gives me bad vibes, at first I will kind of like ignore you. I'm like, I don't have time for this. I like, nope, negativity, go away. But if you continue like kind of coming at me, then I will match the energy. Don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's how my daddy raised me. Oh, and he's like, listen, if someone punches, you better fucking go and punch twice. So that's how I am. So I can be the sweetest, the most kind person and the most respectful person. But if you want to test me and you get a warning to not test me and you continue testing me, then you're just asking for it. And you're going to get it. The Polish claws are going to come out. This is like a
no, it's honestly, it's nice to see a woman with such value in herself.
Thank you.
It really is. And I hope my niece, and I
send her to my school.
I just feel my niece will grow up to be that, and that's what I, for the women around me, I always hope that. But it's not for everybody, unfortunately, because
I think it's growth. Personal growth and how much time you put into just kind of like I said before, connecting with yourself and discovering who you are. When you know who you are, you also know what you bring to the table. You know what you want from life. You know what you want from relationships, friendships, and romantic relationships. And you also know what you don't want. But you need to reflect on it. And I feel like a lot of us go through the motions and every day is just like another day, routine. But like, do you reflect on everything that happens to you? Do you actually take a moment to analyze, like, why did this happen to me, right? Like, what could have I done differently, or what can I do differently the next time? So I believe it does take a lot of, everybody can reach that point. Yes. It does take a lot of time though and a lot of personal, like growth podcasts, books, reading, just trying to figure out who you really are, studying your personality. I've done a lot of work, and I am grateful that I did because I scare away these motherfuckers that can't handle me. So then there's like 2% maybe of them that will be able to handle me, not only handle me, but thrive with me, but we're going to move mountains together and make money moves and family moves and all the good stuff. Sometimes I wonder if
because I've had girls with your mindset, which they're lovely, but sometimes but sometimes it's like
I'm ready.
No, it's not even on you. It's not even on you. It's more just like I wouldn't text at a certain point. Like I'm just so in myself. Like I'm selfish. I know that. I really
nothing wrong with that.
There is because there's a balance to it all.
Yeah, and of course.
But I'm just selfish to the point of just I will let a relationship pass me if if you don't want to text me. Because
you're not ready.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just it's fine.
You're not ready.
It's whatever.
That's literally the answer.
Fair enough.
See, but I've never been selfish. And I am, because to me, it's such a bad thing, right? My mom has always taught me, as long as your family is taken care of, you're good. And I love her to death. And she's an angel sent from God. She really is. Anyone that come across my mom their soul gets touched, and you never will forget my mom. But I do, throughout my self-discovery journey, I've learned that you're the most important person. So I'm learning to be selfish now. And I've announced that to my friends about 3 months ago after going through the breakup and trying to lift myself up again. I was like, you guys, don't take it personally, but I will be selfish with my time. So with that being said, if you invite me to your party and I will let you know that I'm not going to come, don't take it personally. I just don't want to fucking come. I love you to death, but I want to go skiing. And I should be okay. And it should be okay for me to go skiing, And I've always had that guilt of people pleasing because my mom always taught me, make sure everyone around you is good. Whatever you do, if you do good to the world, the good comes back. Not necessarily always true. I still believe in it, but, I want to be me. If I want to go and do something else and maybe my friends might not agree with it, but I feel like I need to do it, I'm going to do it. And so I'm learning to be selfish. So I don't always think that that's a bad thing, and you might just not be ready to enter any relationship. I'm definitely not ready. I'm enjoying my single life right now. I don't have to ask for permission. I don't have to tell people where I am, what I do. But I'll tell you, when I am in a relationship, not much changes in terms of for instance, I hate controlling people because I'm such a free-spirited person. I hate when people tell me no. Now, there's a difference though, because I always get asked, so what? So why are you in a relationship? You guys just can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm like, technically, yeah, because if I'm deciding and choosing to pick you as my partner, I have trust in you. So if you want to do something, I trust you that you're going to know to have a balance and not disrespect me. So now I believe that everyone knows what's right and wrong. Maybe not everyone does, but I come from a strict school when I was little. So I know what is right and what is wrong, and that you have to put other people's emotions sometimes in front of yours, because just put yourself in somebody else's shoes. And I don't think everybody can do that recently. I've discovered that. But it's good to kind of put your emotions aside and try to see where that person is coming from when you guys are having conversation. Let's say, for instance, I love to dance.
What kind?
Just dance. I can dance salsa, bachata, merengue, all this Spanish stuff. But I just love to dance and move my body. I come from a very artsy family. My mom used to dance. My mom used to sing to me even when she was pregnant with me. So I sing, I dance. I got a bunch of athletic scales from my dad's side. So there's a lot going on. So I love to dance, and I've always dated people that for some reason didn't like to dance. So they would try to stop me from like going out to the, like, let's say we would be outside somewhere with live music and I would go and dance. And obviously guys are going to look at me, right? Like, and these men that I dated were super insecure.
You notice that confidence, right? Okay, yeah, I like that.
Oh my God.
Like that. Yeah, let's
that
go.
Ass is fat. I can't hide it. I can't hide it.
That's a different confidence, but I was going for the, yeah, she got it. She's that bitch.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. But, you know, I've always been like blamed for just being me. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just out there dancing. And if you don't like dancing, that's not my fucking problem. You know, it's like, I want you to come and dance with me. You're my person. So it would actually make me happy if we went to learn how to dance together, like go on dancing lessons and stuff. Like there's always a solution, but don't limit me because you don't like doing what I like to do. And I hated that in relationship. Like that makes me feel trapped. So I don't like to control anyone. So if you like doing something that, like say gaming, like, you know, you like gaming and I think gaming is a waste of time. Doesn't matter. Like go and...
you?
What?
Do you?
Like gaming?
Do you
I
think
like watching.
Oh, okay, that's
like I'll watch and I'll be like invested, but it gives me like gaming gives me anxiety. Like I can't.
Really?
Yeah. Like Call of Duty, forget it. I'll literally scream the whole time. I'll probably break the fucking keyboard.
I just play Super Mario and I was just like, yeah.
Wait, those are no like
what? No, get out of here. Get out of here, okay? I'm gonna have to put a pause and a break and a cut like soon enough.
No, but, these are like silly games I can play. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm talking about like Call of Duty, like serious stuff. I don't know. Traumatizing.
I feel like I'm being insulted. Like, I don't know how to take this one right here.
Oh, stop it. But you know, if you like to game, go and game. Like, just don't neglect your relationship. Everything is a balance. I think everybody should be doing whatever they love, and maybe introduce your partner to what you like. Maybe they need to understand a little bit more of what your hobby is. Hobby.
Yo, Vic, I gotta ask Victor this. Victor, how do you control your wife?
By not controlling her.
Okay.
Oh, Victor.
How do you advise your wife?
Yeah. Well, we have I would say our relationship is where we tend to negotiate a lot.
I love that.
She both strong-spirited people in different ways.
Okay.
So most things are always like, so the one thing I always say is like, we always got to communicate. If you don't like something, say it to my face because I'm never going to guess. I'm dumb. I'm not going to pick up on cues.
Good.
And vice versa.
Good. Yeah.
You know, and so we've definitely had our disagreements, but we've always been able to come to a point where at least we both understand each other's point of view.
That's good.
And then come to some form of like, okay, if we're thinking of this logically, this approach, out of everything we're considering, regardless of what like you dislike, I dislike and stuff, is like, we need to figure out what works for us, because at the end of the day, now we're one. Because I believe in marriage, you become a unit. You are one person. I agree with you a lot about old mindset, stuff like that. I'm kind of traditional too. But so we agree on that. So it's like everything we forge now is our way. Yeah. So yes, there's going to be different things from my way and different things from your way. We're going to disagree on old things. Sure. I'm ready to put all of it past me, but I'm ready to develop a new way that we both agree.
Yeah, you learn the new way together.
Yeah. And sometimes you're forging the new way, headbutting.
Yeah.
But you can get to a place of consensus as long as both people are interested in making things like work and grow from there. And you're able to admit like, okay.
It has to be mutual effort. That's it. Like the you know, I've been in a relationship where I was pulling my hair out by myself, and then the other person was like just kind of taking me for granted because I'm a good and loyal woman and I'm not going anywhere. You know, so I haven't been that lucky. So congratulations to you guys. Yeah. It's a lot of work. I mean,
you should hear their love story. It's fucking crazy. He tells it terribly, but like literally, it's a A1 story. I keep telling him that should be a movie. Like, but don't tell her the story, bro. Like, you ruin your own story.
Why?
You want to tell it?
I'll revise it, like just so I can refine it a little bit better. Just because your story is really beautiful.
I love that.
It's just one of perseverance and just true love, of just like, you know, and I hope they don't get divorced, but you know.
But you know, chances are,
56%. By the statistics.
I don't want to put that on nobody, really. Like, I
feel like are the statistics in America that we were talking about? Yeah. Because anyone just first to fucking get married. Like, and I don't think people understand how serious the marriage and the vows are. And this is what I mean when you come from like a family that's traditional and with rules and morals and specific like upbringing from generation to generation. Like, to me, marriage is like the highest like achievement in a relationship. Oh, maybe not the highest, but one of the highest. Like, if I am marrying you, like, we're in this shit forever. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going nowhere. So ride or die no matter what kind of thing. And you know what's crazy? I'd give that treatment to guys that don't even marry me yet. Wow.
Oh, so that's just like a right there.
Yeah. No more. I kind of like backed out. It's funny because like I've always been just that wifey without the actual ring and marriage. And the recent guy that I was talking to after my very recent relationship that was over 3 years long. You know, I finally put the guard up and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to take it easy. I'm not going to give him everything that I normally would and see how that's going to go. And he was pissed. He was just like, you know, oh, so you've given all these guys 100% of you, but you can't give me 100% of you now. I'm like, well, clearly this shit didn't work out for me. So I need to start doing things differently. And with all honesty, you know, I'm still giving you 70%, which is a lot, you know, from the beginning, I feel like. And then you're supposed to peel that onion little by little. Like, I feel like it would be boring if everyone gave each other like 100% of each other. I feel like, what are you gonna learn down the road? Like, I don't know. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, like, Vic, your story, like, did you and your wife give 100%?
In the beginning? No, that's funny because the way you said that, that's pretty much how we started. Before that, I had also a 4-year relationship and everything. And in the one before that, I was also cheated on, speaking from before. But
you poor motherfuckers.
Literally. It's like the most candid person. Skip.
I mean, I ended it on the phone call when she admitted it to me, like right there. I'm like, you know, it's over. Right?
What a man. That's a chat. That's a giga chat.
I kind of broke up too over the phone.
But it was funny because on that one, I gave a chance because she admitted to me prior. It's like, oh, we ended up kissing, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, you're willing to get past this. And then she admitted on Christmas to a second time. And then I was like, okay, that was it. But when we first started dating, I remember I immediately learned just after that prior relationship, I needed to set my boundaries because I was too much of a people pleaser.
Same.
And that in itself, giving so much creates a toxic environment because people they step all over you because they don't know where your boundaries are. They have no idea where it is.
Yeah.
And then so I learned that on myself and I established that right away. And then, into our relationship, Elusa told me, she's like, you know, one of the things that really made me think you were different and fall in love with you was that you were the first guy that I met that actually had proper boundaries from the day I met you.
Nice.
And because normally I would be the one who would go and find how many buttons I can press.
Yeah.
And if guys would let me, and then I would get bored because it's like, okay, like I could do whatever I want. There's no.
Right.
But you were the first one to basically like be a man and just say, it's like, oh no, this is where everything is. You know, I was like, boundaries, I need you to communicate. I'm not guessing, like stuff like that.
Good. Let me ask you, at which date did you like vocalize your boundaries? Like, was it on the first date right away, or was it like down the road?
I think it was as our communication developed. Okay. Like as different topics came up, it was just more natural. I know on the very first date, I was just upfront about communication.
Okay.
Being as transparent as possible.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that was just the biggest struggle for me. Mm-hmm. So, but everything else, it just slowly came up as we went.
That's good.
Like one example, I mean, we didn't really even get intimate until like 2 months into the relationship.
Good. I have another topic.
Oh. Oh, I gotta do my Robert De Niro face. Oh, no. All right, go ahead.
So maybe a lot of women, I hope a lot of women can relate to this. So so you know how you like go on a date for the first time and some guys will be like, well, if she doesn't sleep with me right away, then like, how do I know if I even like her? And why would I go on another date and spend money on someone that like I wouldn't even like, I didn't even have sex with. Like, sex is such a big part of relationships nowadays. And I don't know about other women. Maybe you girls can tell me, but if I like you, let's say we're having a first date. Obviously, I don't know a lot about you. Let's say this is a first date ever. I'm definitely not sleeping with you. There's just no fucking way. If I know you as a friend for a long time and we're going on a first date and I know enough of you, I still won't sleep with you if I like you to the point that I see myself in the future with you. Does this make sense? So, like, for instance, if I go on a date and everything goes great and smooth, but I know that you've said a couple things that I will never be able to get past, because they're just like
I voted for Trump.
Non-negotiables for me. I will potentially sleep with you because it's gonna be like a one night stand and you're never gonna see me again. But if we were on the first date and I hear everything that I kind of need to hear and your actions back up your words, I'm not sleeping with you until probably like 5th or 6th date. Like, that's my rule. That's something. Because, and like, not a lot of guys understand it. So, like, I remember talking to my buddy about it. And he's like, so what? This loser who you're not going to be with gets a chance to sleep with you.
Every guy you do is an Italian construction worker. It's like, I don't know what. Give me a sandwich over here, okay? Gabagool.
Okay. I don't know why I say that.
I will say this much on that, where from my experience at the very least, and it's been beautiful on both sides, because I've been with women that I've slept with on the first day and I've stayed with them, and because it was just beautiful. Like, I love the conversation that we had, just the connection that we had. Maybe we developed a little bit further because we were talking just online or in text, and then we met up, and that's what sort of spurred on, because I've also been in situations where it's like one night and I was like, like, because there's no real connection, so it's just fucking and then going. Okay, cool. But there's also been situations where a girl has told me, it's like, I'm not gonna have sex with you until like the 4th date, which to me, that's never a boundary. But I never had an issue with that. I've never like if you were just, but at least to me, I was like, the 4th date. Okay, cool. Like, at least we get to know each other, and then like. Then I get to ask again, like, or just feel it out at the very like, if this is going to be worth it to me or if it's not. Right. And it's just like, but it was just more, I already felt the connection there with her, where I was just like, I can wait this out. I don't care about sex. Like, sex is cool. So
do you judge a woman if she sleeps with you on the first date? No. See, like, a lot of my guy friends that I talk to, it's like, oh, she like gave in so quickly. So like the value, the woman loses a little bit of value in their eyes. Yeah. I was just curious because I don't know, guys. Obviously, there's a reason why women are women and guys are guys.
Well, yeah, I can't speak for every guy. Like I can only speak for
Victor,
myself.
What would you say? Yeah. Like if a chick sleeps with you, well, obviously you're married, but I'm saying like before that.
Yeah, when you were a player, you were smashing.
I will say this: I'm probably not the greatest example of your typical guy, because I've never slept with a woman that I wasn't already in a relationship with. Usually that. So
he's a good Christian boy. That's why.
He's a good boy. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah, but for me, like I would say it's just like, I don't think, at least you shouldn't judge a woman. Like, if she sleeps with you, it's like you should be grateful and like you should
because
be happy.
Because she's attracted, yeah.
Yeah, like, but you should only be sleeping with people if you actually like that person at the same time. It's just like, that's where I can go back and just realize, like, like, no judgment to any guy that like slept with prostitute or anything, like, or sex worker. But like, when I felt that, I was like, oh, I can pay for this, but there's nothing here. Like, and it's like, not to say I haven't had one night stands, right? Where I just fucked and gone, but like, at least there was like a hunt to put perimeter, like, just in terms.
Yeah, a game.
Yeah, exactly. There was fun in it, but then, obviously there was no connection, and that's why I was just like, okay, I gotta split. But
like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. But
it's like waste of time.
I think it just matters if you really like that person. And like you said, like, it's weird. It's just like, when I like somebody, I don't mind giving 100%. Like you said,
because maybe you were open to vulnerability. Not a lot of men are. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're all closed off, and this is like, I really hope guys that listen to it, please, please, please help yourself. Like, any traumas you're dealing with, like, go get help, because it's like, it just helps so much in a relationship. Holy shit! Like, the communication is so much better. But if you are bundling up, anger and you're dealing still with the past traumas, you're never going to be able to be happy or full, like, by yourself, not even mentioning a relationship, because you're not going to know who you are until you, like, dive deeper and feel that pain and go through that pain. I feel like women are better at this. We understand when we go through a breakup, for instance, like, I do not leave bed for a week. And I'm just sitting there and driving myself crazy. It's not the healthiest way to heal, but we heal faster because we actually physically go through the pain, mentally and physically go through the pain. And we analyze, okay, what the heck happened? Like, how can we learn from this? Yet men, typically speaking, like, generally speaking, you guys kind of, like, forget and go into alcohol, go into drugs, or just simply, like, oh, whatever, fuck this bitch, and then it hits you a month or two down the road when she's already healed. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, like, it would be so helpful to see men actually be vulnerable. And the only way to be vulnerable is, aka give 100% to a female, is to heal whatever you were dealing with in the past and how someone hurts you.
Let me ask
everyone
you this,
needs to take responsibility for their
this might be my trauma here, so let's invoke a little therapy for Derlis here. So because every time, like, and I can say generally for most men, also on this, because I've talked with men, it's like, when you're spanking it, like, you go to your sperm bank and you're just like, okay, we're like,
I'm thinking he's gonna give me some crazy traumatic experience, but anyway.
Yeah, but, like, it's just more so, like, you remember back to your ex and, like, those like those times that you're just, like, in love with, like, you know, that night that was passionate and everything, and you just fell in love. Yeah. So you just, at least for me, I think back to those nights, obviously, like, just because it's, like, the best moments of my life, like, or high tier moments of my life, and not just, like, the sex. Yeah, obviously, it was just like top tier, and it's just like, but I don't think I've ever used it while I'm having sex. But I'm curious more on the female mind, if you even think about, like, an ex when you're having sex, or, like, having a good time for yourself.
So it depends. So if it's something fresh, like, if I just broke up with someone and I just need a rebound because let's say I haven't had sex in a while with my ex because things weren't right. It actually happened to me where, like, I felt guilty. Like, I was not thinking of my ex while that was happening, but I felt guilty because I wasn't healed. So it was like, yeah, technically we're not together, so I didn't cheat, right? Like, it's been, at the time, I think it was like 4 weeks after I broke up, like, I had my first sex with somebody else, but I felt like crap because I was like, Paulina, you're not healed.
Did you cry?
I did.
Shit!
No, not with the guy. No.
Have you ever cried, like, while having sex?
From the orgasm, yes.
What?
Yes.
I've never done that.
Not like hysterically.
Victor's just like, yeah, I'm doing all night. Every night. Like, bro, what
do
the
we
fuck?
have camera on Victor? Yeah, we need that shit.
We do.
Oh,
like,
perfect.
Like, why is this man over here just nodding like, yeah, I do it every night. Just like, I've never made a girl cry with an orgasm. Is that normal? Is that like...
I mean, I don't know. I have not heard of that.
No, that might be too much.
Yeah, too much information. Let's just keep their relationship private. Yeah.
Only ask what you want to know.
I'll ask. Have you ever had that happen to you? That'd be better.
Yes.
What?
Let's go.
What the fuck?
Victor's
it's not
game
common
is strong.
though, but I've seen it.
Yeah.
Really?
So
have you ever had a man cry on you?
No.
Oh, Jesus. Would you be able to handle that?
I would be like, are you okay? I'll be so confused probably. But, like, no, I don't know.
I had a woman drool. Like, just orgasm, but yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, but cry? I was like...
No, so it's not crying. It's like, it's tearing up. kind of. Like, so it feels so good. Like, all sensations are, awake. I don't know how to explain it, but, like, it just feels so good where you, like, your soul leaves your body.
You know, sometimes I wish I could just experience sex as a woman just to see what it's like. Just, like, the feeling, like the way you like for me, it's just like, oh, okay, I gotta clean up a mess. Like that's me right there.
I mean,
like the way you describe it, it's just like, oh.
It like, happened to me 5 times in my life, though. That's it.
The holy orgasm?
Yeah.
Just like...
Yeah. So, like, you guys definitely have better experiences more often. For me, I cried maybe 5 times in my 29 years
were
of
they
life.
like the best orgasms, or were they? Oh shit!
Yeah.
Like,
because it's not just having sex; it's an emotional connection with someone.
Yeah, but is that equivalent to like your leg shaking orgasm?
Yes.
Oh, then I've done that, but I've never done.
Well, but because it's like your body, you don't have control of your body. I'm telling you, your soul is leaving your body, so you're just like sitting there. You're like, holy fucking shit, what just happened? So you can have shaky legs, you can cry. Yes. There's women who just like can't speak. Like, they're just laying there, you're like, holy shit, you know? But yeah, I did cry, yeah.
Have you ever spoken a different language while you, like, just orgasm? Just like, sis, no!
I mean, I'm Polish, so yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, okay.
And then the guys were like, holy shit, like, tell me more.
Possessed,
tell
bro.
No, they would be like, oh my God, it was hot.
My dick is so good. Like, yo, if I, Yep. No, that's
and
good.
It has to be a strong ass connection with that person though for me to for that happen and for this to happen and it's great. It's great. But yeah, no, I never had a guy.
Just a look, bro. It's great.
But yeah, so I've never answering your questions. I never think of my exes when I have sex. No. If anything, I would.
But like, how about when you masturbate then?
No.
Really?
No.
You don't. You just go into like. What, porn or just your imagination?
No, so I don't need to masturbate at all, to be honest. But if let's say like I have someone who I'm talking to from another state, like I'll just think of that person when I masturbate, you know? But like I don't really have the need to masturbate. I don't know if it's weird, but you know, I'm such a happy person just in general. I feel like I don't have, even though I'm super sexual, I am with the right person though.
Of course.
Like for me, it's connection. That's what makes me sexual and like wanting that. If I don't have a connection with a man, like I don't really need to masturbate to like release emotions or like, I feel like that's more manly thing to do than
Trust me,
for
it's
females.
Not. It's literally just on the computer.
Yeah, but like there is a reason why you need that, like for stress relief. I'm assuming.
Vic, you can weigh in on this one, but I just feel like as much as I do masturbate and watch porn, I do feel like it's probably a negative in mine because I don't then use any resources. Oh, let me go find a girl. Granted, I'm not looking, right? So, but at the same time, do you think it's good for men to masturbate so often?
Not so often. I think it's like too much of a
to you. Let's go with that first.
Well, I'll say this. Have you ever read Think and Grow Rich?
I started. I have not finished the book.
So there's an actual chapter about sexual energy.
Okay.
And how the greatest people have you. That's actually a fuel source for innovation because it is an energy source. So people who don't put that into an ambition or something like that, then you need to release it somehow. And then usually you just go into yourself or pursue women or different things like that. And not to say that is not a bad outlet from time to time, but we do tend to have a lot of it. So you could always drive that into a more positive avenue.
There you go.
My bad. Are you wearing the Vision Maker hoodie during this whole podcast?
So far, yes.
Oh, I love that hoodie. Listen, we're repping this shit.
I love it. I'm just like, probably next time, probably not the best hoodie.
Not the best hoodie for this right now. I did say it was going to change, right? Oh, you know what? I have the greatest shirt under this for this podcast. It'll be kind of hysterical. It's called Tenny Buns. It's my friend's burger company.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, let's rock with that.
Yeah, rock that stuff.